Carla and Lottie and Nell and Augustus. Oh, a pleasure. We have a celebrity here. Augustus Clip, everybody. Professor Plum, hello. Oceana, a pleasure as always. Teresa, Kimmo, Lindsay with an A, hello. Good morning. NS, hello. I can read. Jen, fabulous to see you. I can't talk though. Bryn, hello. Chanel, hello. Tara, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you very much for being here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are on this beautiful planet. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another ad hoc live stream. Hi, and I'm pretty much on time this time. Yay! Hello, good evening, Agoda and Polyan. Yamino, hello, everybody. Queen BBJ, a pleasure to see you. I hope you're doing well. How's the little feet, the toe beans? Thank you all so much for being here. Happy Thursday, everybody. No, Tuesday. Damn, I am ahead. Happy Tuesday. It is officially the 28th of February, and you know what that means? Somebody's moving out. Apparently, maybe, who knows? We might know. Who knows? Who knows? Almost. I mean, I was a minute or two late, Lottie, but give it to me. Thank you again for being here. Words will come to me. Sorry, I had a 30-minute nap. You know what? You know what's not sufficient? 30 minutes for napping. No, it needs to be a minimum of an hour. 30 minutes just doesn't do it for me. So today we're going to quickly be catching up with Miss Kentucky herself, Miss Amberlynn Reid, the other content creator that I cover, because Amber a couple of hours ago uploaded a piece of content entitled "I Got Bad News." So we're going to go through the bad news. I'm also going to watch the one before this, which was like 4 or 5 days previous, called 500-Pound Reset, Everything I Ate Today with Calories, Beginning Stages of Bariatric Patient. We'll watch that one first just to kind of warm up, and then we'll get into Ambi's bad news bears. Have you got your bad news? I got 2 bad news bears back there, a koala bear and a panda bear. It's great. Hey, boys. Also, there is a foodie update from 6 hours ago, so I thought I'd read it out. It's a community tab post, so probably gonna read that out in my stupid voice. But hi, my name's Zach. Lovely to meet you if you're new, and thank you very much for returning. If you are coming back, I'm not a mental or physical healthcare professional, just a guy who lost some weight, talks about things on the internet, watches way too much Foodie Beauty, and Amberlynn Reid, also not here to bully, shame, hate, harass, or humiliate, literally here to talk about the produced and monetized content that we see here on this platform, because it's all about choices about what we say, choices about what we put on the internet, choices. I'm now just realizing as well that Foodie's on YouTube is Beezer Queen, which I think is rude. Rude and inappropriate. So yeah, how are y'all doing? Big Mac, thank you very much for the super chat. Big Mac says, "Is Nick girl? I've pulled a Chantal name change and a profile change, Ned." Lovely to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I will henceforth refer to you as Big Mac. Lovely to see you today. Hope you're well. Lucas, hello. Lucy, hello. Sarah, a pleasure. Gator, Carrot Butts, everybody's here. Hi team, how's it going? Hi. Oh my goodness, Elle, another celebrity. How are you doing? It's been popping off. Yes, things have happened. And lovely to see you as well. I feel like it's been forever. Hello, everybody. Okay, cool. So we'll start off with Foodie's community post because I'll warm up the old vocalness. Can we give a warm welcome to LaFlay Art Nyangli, who has been diligently going through the Pulpy archives. Hi, LaFlay. Lovely to see you. Everybody say hi to LaFlay. A pleasure. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for dipping into the archives. There's a lot in there. There's just thousands of hours worth of my dumb face. So I hope you're enjoying it. Lovely to meet you. How's it going? Okay, cool. So Foodie to start. Hopefully this works. Will it work? It will work. Okay, great. So these are the little protein balls that Foodie's making. That I love the tinfoil beret theory that they're secretly hiding edibles or gummies. Did she ever get rid of that weed butter maker? Didn't that go to Old Mate anyway? Not important. This is the community tab from 6 hours ago. We are fun, Sarah. I agree. We are fun. Okay, so from 6 hours ago. Let me see if I can find it. I got a big cup of tea and I got a beverage, and I have not eaten tonight, so I probably will get on that later. I've got a salad kit in the fridge because it was on special. You know when you go to the shops and it's like later in the day and everything's on special? I got a half-price salad kit. I'm going to see how it goes. Anyway, beverage. Foodie voice, please. Of course has, just for you.
Hi, I want to be a better person. I am sorry to all I have hurt with my words. I didn't see myself, really see myself in how I acted. I know I have said hurtful things to others during my time on the internet, and it really makes me feel like poop. I will keep trying to become a better person. Thanks for being patient with me. I know I'm not the easiest person to follow or even like. And while I don't want to live my life trying to please others, I also don't want to live my life hurting others. I just want to be, really. I need to ignore the rest and always try to be kind.
Mum Melissa, hello, lovely to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Hello, good morning. Cool, so that's the foodie update. She sounds fun. She sounds fun and self-aware. Look, I'm not gonna take I also don't want to live my life hurting others from a total bigot. So the proof is in the pudding, as we say, not in the eating. But we'll see, Chantal. We'll see. Anyway, so she's been quiet. So 28th, she's out the villa. She's gone out the villa. I still think she's flying already. That's just me. The only reason Foodie wouldn't be flying is if she's otherwise indisposed at an airport. But, I mean, who knows? That's a whole tinfoil beret theory unto itself. Right, let's get into Amby. Who said American Damon? How rude. Hey, Pac, good to see you. Okay, we're going to go in 1.25, I guess. We might speed her up if need be, but that's okay. Is everyone familiar with Amby? Does anyone need a catch up? Oh, I got to pin the things. Thanks, El. All right, got to pin the things. Chat, make sure you're on live chat. Make sure you've got a beverage. Make sure you've got something fun to do while we listen to all of this. And it is really Oh, it was UL? Fair. It is really a breath of fresh air with Amby, isn't it? It's great. It's a good time. Anyway, over to
Hey
you.
guys,
Hey,
welcome
Amby.
to a new vlog.
I feel like we started introductions last week. Did we have introductions with Amby? I feel like this is not it. No, wait. I'm remembering a better time when the vlogs had that fun little intro.
So I am just about to do my makeup. Hello. I cut myself right here, so don't mind that. It was an accident. I've been dealing with that for a couple of days.
How'd you cut yourself right there? I mean, don't talk to me. I literally, cut myself eating cheese off a knife, but
And that has
I should not be judging anyone.
not been fun. Like, it's just like a little mark. Oh my god, I need new foundation, hardcore. It's just like a little mark, but I feel like little marks hurt the worst. Like, especially like when you have a paper cut or something. It's like something
She's a little loud. No, I'm a little loud. Maybe we're both a little loud. Roses, hello, lovely to see you.
so small, or like a freaking little
Ernie, you're right. Dreaming is a part of planning.
tiny hangnail, but like it hurts so bad, and you're just like, what is happening?
I know I deserve it. I was in such a rush, Lucy, and then I had a cheese knife, and then I had a little bit of cheese, and I got myself in the gum in the front, and then I bled for 2 days. It was very embarrassing.
But then if you
Turns out, look, I was already shamed for eating food off of a knife when I broke it to chat that one time. But it turns out there's a reason why people tell you to not eat food off a knife.
get freaking
Get a
your
cut
finger
stuff.
cut off, I'm sure it doesn't hurt half as near.
Lucas,
I'm
I
just
miss
kidding.
you.
Please don't be offended. I've been just feeling like, I don't know. YouTube hasn't been my top priority right now. I'm sure you guys can tell.
It really hasn't. She's been really, really shy. That's the word I'm looking for. Shy on the uploads, which is a shame. I kind of feel like it's coming up to the season. You know, I want consistency, gal. That's what I would like.
I've been very
A vlog every other day is what I kind of got used to.
focused on other things in my life right now, which is fine because YouTube has always been my #1 priority. Always. I've been doing YouTube for a decade now.
Oh, cuddle cats. I'm sorry.
And it's always been a priority for me. Like, I held it above everything else. And I'm kind of just
Just the way the camera goes out of focus.
Focusing on-
Same, actually, because I just kind of glaze over
on
it.
myself, but
At
I've just been
times.
afraid to be myself on YouTube, and that has been just hard. I'm afraid to say the wrong things. I'm afraid to do the wrong things, and I have
Gal, I don't know how much talk of this is in the next 2 pieces of content, but maybe you do need to rethink whether or not you want to showcase your entire life off of YouTube if life's that hard. Because life's not that hard.
Realize,
like, it's a little hard, but I mean,
it's just time to be myself. And it's hard when there's such like a audience just like really there. Like, there is a big part of you guys who want to see me succeed.
Live for it. Take me on that health gurney.
And do good. And I'm so grateful for that.
You say you're grateful for me. Thank you so much, Amby.
Then there's another part. People are waiting for my downfall. They watch to listen to every last letter that comes out of my mouth. Every last syllable.
Sorry that we pay attention, gal. What is this?
To see if I
How dare these people out here listen to every single word that I say?
do
How dare they pay attention? Shame. For shame.
or say the wrong thing. And it's hard, but that's how it is. That's just what I have to accept. And
Shout out to Amby, though, doing her eyebrows on vlog. I know that's been a loud call for a long time.
I just hope that with the changes in my life and just within myself,
Very disrespectful.
will reflect on my YouTube, and my community will change as well into a more positive community, because as I change into a more positive person, I hope that
Okay.
those two things kind of happen together.
Yeah.
I'm not an eyebrow girly. I honestly hate doing my eyebrows. I don't know how to do them very well, and I don't know, maybe I don't care enough to learn. I'm more of a winged eyeliner type of gal, but
Well, your eyeliner and your eyebrows are different parts of the face, I'm led to believe. But you can have both.
I have 2 appointments today that I am going to.
Big Mac says I'm Group D. I'm just here for the live chat.
So I'm not going to do any crazy makeup. I think I'm just going to do a light wing. Honestly, I'm just not.
Yeah, Lucy, I was listening to the latest upload and I was like, this is different to the last one. So let's start with this. Queen, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. It's a lovely little lemon.
In the mood for anything extravaganza, but I haven't lost any more weight. I want to do a little update with you guys. And by the way, my hair is not greasy. It looks so greasy.
It just looks
just wet. I just got out of the shower. So
I mean, if anyone's thinking that's greasy hair and not just wet hair, also me just recognizing that things at the top of the screen, it happens every time. I am the least professional. There we go.
yeah. So
let's look up.
I haven't lost any more weight, which is frustrating. I'm hitting like a little plateau moment. Like, who hits a plateau over 500 pounds? I do. Ooh. Things are getting
Okay, through all of this, there's a couple of things just going ringy dingy dingy in my head. Specifically, when Amby had a lot to say about lymphedema. That was not that long ago. Look, gal, if we're going to talk about weight, we're going to talk about weight. If we're going to talk about food, we're going to talk about food. And these are all very personal, very, self-driven points of conversation. But what?
completed like all my appointments and things I'm supposed to do. And oh, by the way, in my last video I showed you guys, I was like, this is all the stuff I've done.
Oh, she is a bit loud.
And
Sorry.
there was like a little section at the bottom where it was my doctor has to fax over
That's a bit better.
some things to my surgeon, and people were like, she should not, Amberlynn should not take credit for that because that's what her doctor's doing. The only reason why I put that down is because I had the physical papers with me, the letter of support, and then this like paperwork she had to fill out about my labs. I had that like with me, physically with me, and I had to go to a doctor appointment to give her those papers and talk to her about me wanting weight loss surgery.
Okay, so remember how I was saying I'd really like Amby to take me on this healthcare journey? Sorry, gurney. If the road could do less of this, in just the general way we talk about it, and more of like, here's point A, here's point B. We're just gonna do this.
So,
Oh dear.
yeah, that was something I had to do.
Oh, where are the cat ears? Yamino, thank you so much for reminding me. I will bust them out. We are doing Amby content, which means we need the Amby ears. If I can take this off without breaking it. How did that happen? How did that get in there? Oh, okay. I saw how that got in there. Okay, please hold. Time for Amby ears. Okay, there you go. Ooh.
yeah. Anyways, I don't have to explain that too hard. But yeah, things are just like moving and grooving, and we're getting closer. I'm about to do my eyeliner, so let me.
These were the best investment ever.
Let me finish speaking before I do my eyeliner, because I can't do my eyeliner and speak at the same time. That's hard. What I'm trying to say is I've done all of what I can when it comes to like appointments, and I've been losing weight and eating better, etc., etc. Now I feel like I need to step it up into like high gear a little bit.
Okay, so Jen asked why these are Amber ears. So the lore of Amberlynn Reid is back in the day, she used to wear cat ears quite a bit on YouTube, which was great. And then she just stopped for some reason. So in my mind, anything cat ear related is instantly like associated with Amber from like 6, 7, 8 years ago. It's a really long walk, but there's a connection. Yumino, thank you for the super chat. Yumino says, okay, now can I please have an Uru? You got one already. You got 2 technically. Thank you for the super chat, Yumino.
I haven't been counting calories. I haven't been counting protein. I haven't been doing any of that. I've just simply been eating the foods that they tell me I'm allowed to eat and just watching my portions. Now I think it's time to start measuring my food and counting my protein and counting my calories.
Work. I love this.
So I know that they say that they want me to eat 6 times a day, especially after weight loss surgery. They want you to eat 6 very, very, very small meals a day. And they want you to kind of get acclimated with that. So I set myself up a little...
Not me having to remind myself how to say acclimated.
Meal plan, if you will. And there's this like big book / pamphlet, whatever you want to call, that they give you. And in that, it talks about a lot of different things, but there is like a nutrition section for like food you're allowed to eat versus food you're not allowed to eat. So that was really helpful last night when planning my meal plan, because I'm going to get a little bit more... I don't want to use the word strict, but that's kind of the word that I'm going for here, is just a little more strict with the food that I'm eating and how much I'm eating. And I really want to focus in on protein, because protein is very important after weight loss surgery. So what I decided to do is I'm going to be eating 5 times.
Man, I am just... My archive brain is just rolling over all of the mental gymnastics we've been through with Amby, and about how many lengths we would go to not count calories, right? And look, I'm not a professional, and I'm not her professional, and I'm not telling anyone to do anything. Talk to your professionals. What worked for me was counting. But man, just, it has been a gurney.
A day.
Roller coaster.
Because 6 times a day, you know what, we'll work up to that. And they're very aware. They say, you know, people will work up to 6 times a day, because not a lot of people eat 6 times a day, which I don't even eat.
We're still dyeing our hair at 15K. Maybe.
Times a day, and I'm over, 500 pounds, but it is smaller meals. So I'm gonna eat 3 meals a day and 2 snacks, and my calorie limit is actually 1,600 calories. Okay. So per meal is...
I feel like we've gone back and forth on this so many times that it just... I can't remember like where we actually last off in the last story, whether or not it was good, whether or not it was bad. We'll talk a lot about like some other stuff as it goes. The next 2 pieces of content go. But man, it really is confusing. 400
calories per snack is 200 calories. That's going to be just so much easier for me. Like having a set amount of calories I can have per meal. I've done this before in the past, and it helps a lot.
Oh, man. I don't want to be the devil's advocate here. I really don't. But like the amount of times we've started off with these conversations, and then it led to... like, I can't do it because it makes me overthink things, or it makes me, like, hyper-focused on the numbers, or it makes me, like, if I'm too strict with myself, I crave it, or if I tell myself no, I want to binge on it, and all of those things. Okay, cool. I'm just going to strap in and go on this ride with you all.
So by doing that type of calculations, that comes out to 1,600 calories, and I'm just going to be eating the foods that they allow. And I know a lot of people are confused because I said that they allow me to eat fruits, and they allow me to have carbs, healthy carbs, and whole wheats and grains. They're very, eat grains, they're good for you. People are confused about that.
Punky, good to see you. Punky says she's really frustrating me right now. Someone that has had this done. You shouldn't be thinking about the food portion so soon. Liquids. That makes sense. And I think it's because some people are getting like the pre-op diet, like the diet that you do like a month before surgery. Right. I think people are getting those 2 diets confused, which the pre-op diet will be a lot more strict. I guess, like, this is kind of smart in that I want one of my goals to be weight loss surgery. So why don't I look at what people eat after weight loss surgery and try to acclimate myself to the types of foods or styles of things that I could expect to be eating after liquids and stuff. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of exposure.
Just currently not at that level now, but when I am there, I will definitely share that with you guys. So for this video, I actually just wanted to show you a grocery haul because I need to stock up my fridge because it's about that time. And then I want to show you every single thing that I eat today with calories and protein. So I think that will be really fun for today's video because I know people are interested in what I have been eating, and what I am eating today is not much any different of what I have been eating. It's just going to be less portions and more frequently because I noticed I've been eating over 1,600 calories. There are days where I do probably eat about that, but there are days where I eat more than that, obviously.
Again, all conversation about lipedema has stopped, right? We got it for like 2 weeks and then it's just not been mentioned since, right? I don't mean to be mean, and I'm not trying to be, but I'm just remembering in January where she did a weigh-in and she said, oh, well, I'm up like a couple of pounds and that's because of the lipedema I'm holding on to, blah, blah, blah. And then it just kind of stopped being talked about.
And I am taking out some things that I've been allowing myself to have. Like, I've been allowing myself to have like banana pudding. They're like these little tiny banana puddings.
Okay, so I can see you all voting on my hair dye color when we get there. Good.
And like Nutri-Grain bar here and there and stuff like that. But I'm not going to allow myself to have that. And also I have had Yasso, which is 100 calories frozen yogurt. Taking that out as well. And little things are now going to be swapped. Like if I have milk or cheese, I'm going to stick to low fat instead of just like regular fat. I'm not going to allow myself to have any more like salamis or like sausage.
Yeah, processed meat. Just so many calories.
Steaks.
Frosted tips. Caitlin, I see.
Or anything like that because they want you to stick to lean meats at this part of the journey here. So there is going to be a few things that are going to be different. It's just definitely healthier and less calories is my goal and what I'm aiming for here. Okay, it's time for the grocery haul, but I'm going to put away the groceries as I haul it. Got
Great.
2 ground turkeys.
Nice. Delicious.
Some chicken wings.
Also
some
delicious.
Chicken tenderloins.
Also
a
delicious.
Bunch of green apples, which I'm just going to put
Although I don't do tenderloins. Thighs.
in this container here. A bunch of mandarins, which I'm just going to put in there. Broccoli. Always lots of broccoli.
Same gal.
Scallions. Carrots. Cauliflower. Some pico de gallo.
I'm still curious as if Amby's just against buying whole vegetables.
Some guacamole.
I feel like just a big old head of broccoli, you know?
Some low-fat cottage cheese. 2 red onions.
Elle, don't give it away.
And 3 white onions. And then these are just going to go in the pantry.
White and red quinoa blend.
Yeah, I got some whole wheat bread.
Did I tell you I bought 2 kilos of quinoa? This is another spice queen moment.
And then 3 things.
Me thinking, oh, it's really cheap to buy quinoa online. Let me buy it in bulk. 2 kilos of quinoa, rock up. Turns out it's really easy to eat though. I just eat it cold. I don't like it warm.
This white and red quinoa blend. Okay, so the first thing I'm eating is a 200 calorie meal. I know in the beginning of this video, I said I'm gonna be calling them snacks and meals. I'm just gonna call them all meals. It is what it is because sometimes I'll wake up hungry, sometimes I won't.
Okay.
And I'm currently not hungry, but I have to do this.
Okay.
So I
have to do this. Right. Okay. Well, no one's forcing you, gal, but okay.
I'm having 160 calories. This is a Premier protein. It is the chocolate peanut butter, which is the best one that they have, and this is 40 calories. It's just a mandarin.
What is Amby's obsession with Premier protein? I feel like she's been drinking it for literally years.
So I have it logged on my...
And it seems like she doesn't really enjoy it either. Like, what's the point?
Lose it. That is what I will be using. So this is exactly the amount of calories I needed. 160 and 40 is 200. So now I know...
It's quick math.
Oh, that this is something I can continue having. So protein-wise, which what I said is very important...
Wait, Lottie, I see you.
Obviously, mandarin doesn't have any protein. This has 30. So
I wonder if I could just bleach my hair and then put a really dark brown through it.
So this is 30 grams of protein for this. So I'm
no.
gonna go watch YouTube.
Oh no.
Maybe actually I might watch 600 Pound Life because there's a new episode, I'm pretty sure. So, And I forgot to mention, I am
Ooh,
drinking...
Mudslingger, how does that work? How does the Premier work? Because I drink my coffee cold, and I will sometimes, I'll make a protein shake, vanilla usually, and then dump it into, like, espresso. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. How does the premix stuff work? Oceana, thank you very much for the super chat and for the compliment. Thank you. It's very kind of you. Thank you very much.
My goal is to drink 64 ounces of water. So I will be having 4 water bottles. I haven't even taken a sip yet. Whoopsies. So I will keep you guys updated through the day. That was a chug. So many rules, so little time, folks. And this is hard for me, but I think now that I am getting a little bit more stricter, I am no longer going to be drinking soda.
More strict.
That is hard. That is...
Yeah, I'm pretty... Like, no soda, right? Because carbonation, not good.
It's very hard because I love carbonation. I am a...
Kamina, it is a lot of plastic, yes.
Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, caffeine-free...
Bet she yelled at someone because they said, hey, gal, why don't you just get a Brita filter and, like, filter your water and use reusable cups and stuff? And she said, well, hey, gal, how about you shut it because I like specific types of water and it tastes bad from other places and that's why I drink it from here. Was the long and short of it. Oh, and something about worms.
Type of gal, and I think it's time I give it up. So today is also day 1 of that.
Oh, I have
a lot of changes for me,
Pepsi Max.
And it's stressful. It's, I don't know, my mental health is very like up and down, and right now it's kind of low. So like all these changes is like...
Punky says you can have carbonation after 6 months. It depends on the doctor. Most will tell you never again, so you don't drink your calories. Ah, interesting. So 6 months between carbonated fizz, like if you were going to drink soda water, for instance, you'd still need to wait 6 months. It's good to know.
Not helping, because this is a perfect example of a time where I just would give up and I would say, you know what, I don't feel like doing this today, so let me order Penn Station. If you don't know what Penn Station is, it is a sub place like for sandwiches and stuff.
Right.
I love it and I'm craving it right now, but I know it's not gonna...
Cut to the panera bread where we got chips instead of apples.
It's not gonna do anything good for me. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is all the water I will be drinking today and day 1 of no soda. So okay, you guys, it is time for my next meal. I am so exhausted. For some reason, cooking tonight was a whole workout for me. So
tonight, it's only meal 2. What time is it?
Calorie-wise, it's 408 calories. I was so close. It's fine. It's 8 calories.
It's totally fine.
And only 37 protein.
Grams of protein?
Ma'am. Okay, so...
Broccoli, avocado, quinoa.
A lot of food. So what this is we have broccoli.
Love it.
We have a serving of guac.
Okay, well, I mean... It's not avo,
which is just the Whole Foods guac. We have quinoa, onion, and ground turkey, and pico de gallo that I cooked. Let me get it closer up for you guys. That I cooked in with, you know, everything. So that's what...
That sounds pretty nice. I don't know how the turkey was prepared, but that sounds okay.
She looks like.
Love a bowl.
So let's do a little taste test. No, I already tried it. It's so good.
Protein isn't a unit of measurement. No. 37 newtons of protein. Noted.
Oh my god, the guac with this, it adds like a creamy moment instead of
37 leagues of protein.
Like, I mean, cheese or whipping cream, if you will. And I promise the guac is not out of place. I put some taco seasoning.
I'm surprised you didn't put sriracha on this, to be honest, and not shady. And
garlic, I forgot to mention that. So it has like a taco-esque, kind of. I didn't want to use a lot because I didn't want to like...
Creamy taco bowl. Yeah, yeah.
Do a lot with like the sodium.
I see you in the chat.
I usually cut off the stems of the broccoli because texture. So in, I think, one of my recent videos, I was cutting broccoli. I was cutting the stems off and people in the comments are like, why is she doing that? It's just
Me, I wasn't in the comment, but I definitely said it.
Texture thing, but a lot of people were like, that part's super healthy. So I'm just...
Do you know what I do with the stalk of broccoli? I'll cut it into like chip sizes and then I'll chuck it in the oven or the air fryer and put some seasoning on it, and it turns into little broccoli chips. It's delicious. Give it a whirl. Don't throw out your trunks. Although you can like peel the like firm bits from the side or like cut off the dehydrated base. But like, yeah, don't waste food.
I'm just gonna deal with the texture. Tastes good. I don't know. The texture is just not it for me. So update on the water. I still have this one to go.
Yeah, Shakespeare. It's a really good idea. Give it a try. Like, veggies are wonderful when cooked down and crispy and delicious.
This one to go.
What seasoning? Like a little bit of like zero calorie spray or I just use oil, just oil spray. And salt. Sometimes I do a little bit of paprika because I've still got like a kilo of that left. Sometimes garlic powder because I got about a kilo of that left. You know, just things you have around the house.
This one to go, and this much of this one.
We have come so far.
Don't worry, before I go to bed, these will be drink.
Mostly because I packed away the microwave.
Okay, so it is time for the next meal. I'm making a toast guacamole egg situation. So this piece of bread is 80 calories. So before I eat or cook or anything,
what app is she using? Curious
I make sure to lose it and put all the calories and stuff in. So one piece of this bread is...
Oh, and we got tagine? Not tahine. We got tahini. I've got tahini in the fridge as well. Gonna make up a lovely tahini sauce, I think, for either tahini or satay for tomorrow night's dinner. No, we've got tagine, the spicy stuff that's good on watermelon. We found some and we put it in the pantry and can confirm it is delicious. Addie, thank you very much for being here for 2 months, mate. I appreciate it. Addie says, still waking up. I love it here and I love your ears. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the compliment, Addie, and lovely to see you. Good morning, and I hope you slept well.
For protein. So I'm making a fried egg. I'm just going to use some of this extra virgin.
It's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. It tastes so good.
Olive oil.
Oh. Although it's spice blends are kind of one of those things where I'm like, I just want to read the back of the packet and make my own. Like, that's all I want to do. I want to read the back of the tagine packet and say, okay, great. How much chili has this got? Like, is it dehydrated lime or something in here tastes real good and I need to know what it is. Yes, but can I figure it out? No. So do I need to pay the full price for it? Yes. And here we go.
Get an egg. So for the egg, I'm just adding some pepper and some garlic salt. So the egg is 70 calories and 6 protein.
Sorry, I just had a minor nightmare because I remember the good pan. Oh my god. Lord Baroque and Jen, both, thank you so much for your gifted memberships. Baroque, I'm so sorry. I did see you in the chat earlier and I forgot to shout you out. Thank you so much. I forgot. I spaced completely. But thank you for your generosity. Thank you for gifting your channel memberships. And Jen, thank you as well for your generosity in gifting those 5 channel memberships. Welcome to the Pulpsters. Shakespeare, Unflicked Bean. Lovely to see you today. Doohickey, Sky Fieri. Great name. And Catherine, hello everybody. Welcome. Please make sure you thank the very, very generous Jen. And if you have received a membership from... Lord Baroque, make sure you thank them as well. Sorry, Baroque. Thank you both so much. And welcome, everybody. Thank you.
Protein. So I personally like my yolk cooked all the way. All right.
It's very cool.
Let's see.
Okay, so I was going to say, oh no, because remember how I got the good pan? The good pan's great, but you do have to cook with oil, which is fine. And I have fried many an egg in that good pan now. Ooh, they come out crispity, crunchy on the outsides and soft and gooey on the insides. That's just my ideal. But I just had a minor heart palpitation when Amby added this egg to a cold pan. Never do that.
If I can flip her. Ooh!
Homemade tahine recipe in 2 seconds with the Google. Oh, Mish, I didn't even think about it. It's just never as... I just feel like it's never as good, you know? I feel like it's not gonna be as good. This is a wet egg.
Perfect.
Like wet on the outside, which is not the good kind of wet.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the toast... And I'm going to put guacamole.
Kate, thank you so much for being here for 6 months, my friend. I appreciate you. Kate says, oh, look, air fryer food recommendations, please. Oh, mate, what have you got in the fridge? What do you need? We got you covered. Chat has actually got you covered because we've got a full swarm of air fryer aficionados here today. So you let us know what you've got in the fridge and we'll help you out. Veggies. I made roast potatoes in my air fryer the other day. They were so good.
I personally think this tastes better than just like regular avocado.
I don't think you can make guac in the air fryer, but you could try maybe like roasted avocado guac. That might be good.
Avocado on toast. Guacamole has a great flavor, especially the guac from Whole Foods. It is so good.
God damn it, no.
So the guacamole is 34 calories and 1 protein. Here is my...
I'm not going to get into the finicisms. There you go, new word. Finicisms. Of Amby not weighing out the guac or measuring. It doesn't matter. It super doesn't matter. It's like 3 calories difference at most.
Perfectly cooked egg, what I consider perfect. So I'm also going to add some...
It's like the weight of an egg. Like when you track an egg, it's 1 large egg. But what's a large? Like ranging between 60 and 70 grams or something. Anyway, it doesn't matter. 46. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. 46 says, morning. So we are 2 weeks out from my boyfriend's weight loss surgery. Ooh, I'm getting so creative. I make sugar-free cheesecake pudding with cake batter, Premier protein shake. That sounds delicious, 46. That sounds so good, mate. Good luck to the boyfriend's... good luck for the boyfriend and the weight loss surgery. I'm sure everything will be fine. And that's excellent that you guys are getting prepared and creative in the kitchen. Thank you so much for the super chat and for sharing. If you get to a stage where like you just want that cheesecake flavor, but don't want to go through the rigmarole, I do protein powder mixed with cottage cheese and like sometimes a couple of like frozen berries in there. You can't tell me it doesn't taste like vanilla and blueberry cheesecake. It's so good, so good. But thank you so much.
Tabasco and a little bit of scallion on top. And I'm also going to have a few carrots. So the carrots are 20 calories and like 0.4 of a protein, but this is the completed product here. Great. It came out to 209 calories. So what I like about Lose It is like I had my meals, you know, like my goals were
well, the egg allergy is officially done.
100 calories.
Done.
But since I used the little bit of extra calorie here, the 9 calorie and then the 8 calories here, it like edits it. So now it's 392 for my next 2 meals. So I love that. So I figured I would take
an app that does the math for you. Love it.
A bite with you guys. This looks and smells delicious. Okay. So good. Oh yeah, I knew this was gonna be good.
I mean, it seems pretty fine.
That is cooked perfectly.
No, it's not. It's overcooked. For me. I want my eggs leaking.
Yeah, this is good. Like if you don't have an avocado on hand or if you're afraid of avocados like I am.
Swear to God, avocado hand.
And you just like prefer more flavor. Guacamole. Trust me. Instead of using just like straight up avocado. And if you're wondering why I'm afraid of opening an avocado, I actually vlogged this moment. I had to go get stitches in my hand, which here is the scar right there. I had to get stitches because...
Quiz, how many stitches did Amby get? I think it was less than 5. Was it 2? Was it? I feel like it was 5 or 2.
It was a whole moment. Trigger warning. I was gushing blood and it was really bad.
The evil avo circle. Yes,
like I saw tendons. It was so bad. It's because I had never opened an avocado before. This was like years ago. Like 6-7 years
Sandra,
ago.
It was 1 or 2. I feel like Elle says 6. I feel like it was 1 or 2.
Never opened an avocado before. And I went to take out the seed with a knife.
Stupid
and
circle.
The knife slipped on the seed and went directly into my hand. It was horrendous. I know how to open an avocado now, but it doesn't take away the fear. So
she saw tendons.
I have a update on the water. I have about, I want to say 6 more hours before I go to bed. So I think it's been easier for me to drink water now that I'm quitting soda because...
It was indeed a circle jerk. Who said that? Sarah. Yes, a circle jerk indeed. Daily, lovely to see you, mate. Happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for the super chat. Daily says, can I please hire you as my live-in chef? I can grow the veggies and the herbs. Daily, that's not... I mean, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. But, I mean, you've got the green thumb. You just experiment in the kitchen. I have faith in you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Great offer.
Before, I was drinking more water, but I was also drinking soda. So I'm finding myself drinking more water because that's the only thing I can drink. So I still
15 for the avocado hand.
Have this to go, this one to go, but I finished 1 and I finished 2. So yay, yippee ki-yay.
2 choking turtles.
What is that from? Is that from a cartoon from when I was younger?
Yippee ki-yay. That's a Die Hard reference.
I don't know, but that is my water update. You know, it's a what I ate today. It's a reset. It's a watch me drink water.
I'm curious about why it is a 500-pound reset. Like, what? Why?
Type of...
Is it just because it's a day 1, we're doing something new again? We're counting calories?
Video. So.
Thanks, Unflicked Bean.
I might as well do it. Watch me drink water. I'm loopy. What can I say? I'm craving Diet Coke and I can't have it. Ugh. I do have a few left. And they're tempting. No, they're actually... Okay, was that the Diet Coke demon coming out? I'm actually not craving them as much as I thought I would. I thoroughly enjoy water. Like, that wasn't me in high school.
So, at one point in time, I said, wouldn't it be interesting to read one of Amby's journals? And I'm taking all of that back today.
Oh, honey, that wasn't me in my younger 20s.
Because if it's just this, in written form, I could stand not to.
20s, honey.
Actually.
But I thoroughly enjoy
fine.
water
Keep
as an
that.
adult. Do I enjoy Diet Coke more? Sure. Sure I do. But there's nothing wrong with some water. So drink your water. I notice that it just makes me feel better when I don't drink Diet Coke and I'm drinking water. I feel more like crisp and alert, and my
That's fair, Daily.
insides feel better. Even if it's placebo, I'm there for it. So for my next meal, I'm just having leftovers because...
What time is it? What day is it? Didn't you cook this for dinner? Where are we?
As I showed you earlier, I
What is time?
cut it into 3s. Feline had a 3rd, I had a 3rd earlier, and now I'm having the rest. And instead of having broccoli, I'm making cauliflower. Okay, so I put it all...
Although, given the choice, it's always broccoli over cauliflower. You can't convince me there's one example where cauliflower is the better choice. 0.
in a pan to heat it up instead of putting the leftovers in a microwave. And then, of course, a serving of guac. This right here is 408 calories. I'm going to add a little bit more Tabasco because I am in the mood for some spicy.
I knew it.
All right.
I knew it.
Let's take a bite together. I personally love cauliflower. What about you guys?
I've already stated my opinion. I think broccoli is superior.
It is so
They both suck hell out.
freaking good. And I actually have my Fitbit charging right now, but my goal is to do 4,000 steps a day. And I've already reached that, so I'm going to post my screenshot here.
Oh,
Super
great.
proud of that, and that's not even me wearing my Fitbit all day long. Cauliflower.
Way to flex.
This meal slaps. I'm probably going to have this a lot. Once I know how many calories things are, I like to repeat meals a lot. Like, I don't really get too bored unless I don't like it that much, but I love this. So it's definitely going to be a repeat for sure.
Bring back the chili.
Hello, I am back. This is my last meal. I'm actually getting pretty tired. Not gonna lie, all the water definitely has
4
helped
o'clock in the
with my
morning.
hunger because I'm not like exactly hungry, but I know I should eat just a little snack. So I have actually completed 3 water bottles.
3 dead turtles.
So I am going to
Hey, Thunderain, good to see
finish
you.
this one with my snack. So my snack, well, it's a meal, but also kind of a snack. I had 375 calories left, but I'm only using 166. I am having some olives. Some green olives there. That came out to 76 calories. And then cottage cheese with pepper. I love pepper
so
on
good.
cottage cheese.
You know what would go great with these? The baby carrots you had.
This is a serving, and that's 90 calories. So it's 166 calories.
God, cottage cheese is so good.
So I'm going to show you guys.
I use it as like a salad dressing sometimes. Just dump it on the salad and mix it in. Don't need ranch.
Screenshot here
Cottage
for you
cheese.
guys. You're going to see I've had 1,391 calories today. And then
On the emoji slutty.
I'm also going to screenshot how many protein I've had today. 129 protein. Wow.
That's a lot of
21
protein.
fat and
Well, I mean, considering
42 carbs.
it's a shut
That's
up.
actually pretty freaking good, gotta admit. So
Considering 30 of those grams came from that Premier protein, it's 100 grams of protein from food.
I feel like I did really good. That is a lot of protein though. So when you're
Oh god, don't get caught up in it.
done logging,
It's okay, it's fine.
I have a little 1-day streak, which I can show you guys here as well. Yay me. And it's asking, day 1 is done.
Yay.
Great work. How did it feel to track your food today? I'm gonna go with easier than I expected. How do you feel about the food choices you made today? Oh, I'm definitely happy with the choices I made today. When you think about coming back to use Lose It Again tomorrow, how do you feel? I'm gonna say hopeful. What's your plan for tomorrow? I like to... Ooh. Wait, can I choose more than one? Okay, I'm gonna track all my food. Plan my meals. Get some exercise. Drink plenty of water. Measure my portions and stay positive. I clicked all of them.
Wow.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna eat some of my good old cottage cheese. This is actually
I'm
low-fat
dying.
organic.
I'm actually...
Doesn't taste as
actually dying.
good as full fat. I'm not gonna lie. It's okay. And then my olives. I'm gonna put an olive with my cottage cheese.
My god, how do people watch this? How do people watch this alone?
Oh my god. These are like 2 hated foods. So y'all watching me right now are probably like, ooh.
Not really. I mean, I'd do it different, but... like, I'd get some lettuce and make a little lettuce cup with some cottage cheese in it. I don't know. Just whatever.
Hi, baby girl. Wait, that actually slapped.
Stop.
Yum.
Okay, now that I'm seeing them mixed together with the olive brine, I'm a little less appetized about the whole situation. I need something solid in this.
That helped. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this type of video.
No, I hated the last 10 minutes of
My legs
it,
are hurting.
actually. It was terrible.
I used my QB today for the first time in a hot minute. Ever since I hurt my ankle, but she healed, folks. She healed.
Oh, the ankle's healed.
And my legs are like,
Are we allowed to talk about it yet?
what just happened? What did you do? It's so good.
I felt like she had a bit of cottage cheese on her nose back there.
What just happened? What did you do?
But it was the nose ring, never mind.
It's so good. It's crazy how much the olives helped.
Brandon, it is a brand new ankle. No more dangling ankle.
So I'm gonna end this video. I'm definitely gonna drink this water, and I will do a little voiceover, or actually I'll post a little something here when I'm editing this if I
drank all four dead turtles.
actually truly
Yay!
finished it. But I know I did because it's a goal, and I'm doing my goals. I'm doing the damn thing.
You did the damn thing, Amby. You know what? I'm so excited for the next piece of content. You are on the road.
Say bye, baby girl.
Oh, Rarity. Oh, you sweet angel. Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave that there. Look at that. Look at this. We love to see positive healthcare. Look at this. Look at these two. Look at them. I appreciate this. Yeah, they're sweet babies. Look. Look. Oh, the cats. Okay, cool. So, we're going to get into the next piece of content, and I'm forgetting how to push the buttons. All right, let's push the next button. I've got bad news. Well,
Hey guys, welcome to
rewind. 22 minutes. Okay, here we go. There we go. We hit the buttons.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So I know that I have
Amby, I just want to start this out by saying you look great today. Look at your hair.
not been uploading much. I have not been vlogging.
Also, there's a bear behind you. That's
Nothing
great.
like that. I just mental moments, okay? Working on myself moments. And YouTube has always been a priority for me. I kind of talked about this in my last video where I would come on YouTube even when I literally just felt like I couldn't even crawl out of bed to breathe. I couldn't even crawl out of bed to brush my teeth, and I would still be on YouTube and I would just look miserable.
There is a fan going in the background.
You guys have seen me look
Am I Lottie?
pretty miserable. It's those times where I didn't choose myself, and I finally said, you know what, I am choosing myself and I'm not going to be on camera when I literally don't even know how to function as an adult. I hit a little low. I got some bad news. Has been some things kind of surfacing in my brain and things that I have to like absorb and process myself.
Yeah.
And then I got some bad news with my last dietitian visit, and
Right.
this is a video just like updates and such, my weight loss surgery updates, and it's super windy, so if you hear the wind, if you hear some whistling, that's what that is, because I have 6 windows in front of me right now. So first things first, I want
6 windows.
to share with you guys these new vitamins that I started taking, because at the weight loss clinic that I went to, they give you like this huge big pamphlet, like it's like this thick, and there's like 80 plus pages, and
It's like a book.
it's just tons of information, and they recommend certain vitamins, and I don't have them with me physically. They're in the office because that's where I take them every single day, but I will just post a picture here on the screen.
Visit the Nature's Way store. Nature's Way Alive. Women's Ultra Potency Complete Multivitamin. High Potency B Vitamins. Energy Metabolism. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. 150 tablets. Excellent. Very good. Sound it out. Words are hard. Oh no. Now I'm embarrassed. That's an actual word. That's not like a drug brand name. That's just stupid. Alright, well, energy metabolism it is to stay.
Of a screenshot of the vitamins. It is Alive Women's Ultra Potency Complete Multivitamin. So I just want to let you guys know.
See,
that I
Amby
haven't
skipped that part. She knew it was a hard word to pronounce too.
taking those for a little bit, and I already feel them like doing their thing. I do have weird medicine, anxiety, and Sometimes it doesn't make sense. I was fine with taking Delta 8, but then I get like
Sorry, I'm gonna focus on Ambi and not my inability to pronounce words.
scared to take vitamins.
Fine.
It's weird.
Totally fine.
So I was holding on to these vitamins for a little bit, folks. I got them off of Amazon and I was holding on to them. I was nervous to take them because like there's been things where you can like overdose on vitamins without even trying, and I'm just like, I'm scared. I just get really scared with medicine really easily. It's very much trauma based.
Not Ambi fully admitting to taking Delta 8 just a sentence before, and now this. Gal, come
But
on.
I'm taking the vitamins and I'm doing my
Great, good job. Here's all your ass pats.
same thing. So I have gotten questions. I'm not wearing my Fitbit right now because it is charging. I have gotten questions though about like, how are you?
Lord Brogue, hello again. Thank you again for gifting 5 channel memberships, mate. That's not at all required, but very generous of you. Thank you so much. Welcome to Pulpstar, Silent Lurker, Computer God, Full Moon, LaFlay, Art, welcome, hello, and Jerry Sunshine, what a great name. Hello everybody, welcome to Popstar. Please make sure you thank the very, very fabulous and lovely Lord Baroque for their gifted memberships, and welcome. Thanks, Baroque.
Getting your steps in, because I tell you guys that just naturally around my apartment
Membership gifting deflection. Thank you, Baroque.
or like going shopping, whatever it may be, I leave the house, take Twinkie out, whatever.
Maybe we can make a Pulpy dictionary of best pronunciations. Ooh boy, that's a lot. That's a lot. And very embarrassing.
How are you getting your steps in? Because I tell you guys that just naturally around my apartment or like going shopping, whatever it may be, I leave the house, take Twinkie out, whatever. I get about 3,000 steps a day, but I like to push it to 4,000.
Great.
I like to start off slow with my goals. I don't want to just be like, yeah, let's do 10,000. Not gonna happen. So I get about 4,000 steps because I try. And people are like, how do you do that? What do you do? Like, I don't know if that's coming from like a good place or a bad place, but I kind of just want to explain to you. So right here, I have an island in my kitchen. I like to walk around my island a lot.
Cutting back to 6, 9, or 12 minutes of Ambi cleaning the kitchen counter because she got mad that people didn't believe that she did.
If I am watching YouTube or if I'm watching a show, I notice that around this time, there are so many shows that I watch. 1,000 Pound Best Friends, which one of my friends is actually on that show. Hello.
Ambi's got a friend on 1,000 Pound Friends? Really? Interesting. I wonder who they are.
I like to watch 1,000 Pound Sisters.
Scandal. Did you all see Amy and Michael splitting up? The scandal. I was just scrolling on Twitter today and I saw it. I'm sure you all know, but...
Family Vacation, Jersey Shore. I love watching 600 Pound Life and...
T. Oh my god, T. Yes.
Whatever it may be. Whatever I am watching, sometimes I will stand up and I will just...
Following someone on Instagram doesn't count as friends. Really bad.
walk in place. And I noticed for me, walking in place not only makes my heart beat faster, but I feel it more. I feel it in my muscles more, etc., etc. Another thing that I like to do is I like to walk from one end of the apartment to the other.
TLC made up drama. Oh, Devil Woman, you might be right. You might be right. It might be fabricated made up drama. Ah, interesting.
My muscles more, etc., etc. Another thing that I like to do is I like to walk from...
Amber only watches TLC. I don't think I've ever seen anything on TLC. Maybe I should. Maybe I need to.
From one end of the apartment to the other, and I'll just do that. And I actually measured it one time, and walking from one side to the apartment to the other one, it was like over 200 steps. And that was just one way. I do take...
This is painful to listen to. Good job, Ambi. Good job. It's 200 steps between one side of the apartment and the other one. You did that, gal. Slay. Yes, queen. Work. That slaps.
Small steps, so that could be why, but either way, I find it rather easy to get my steps in. And I noticed that like just cleaning around the apartment, that's an easy 1,500 steps a day, because I do like to clean and things like that. You know, like going somewhere, make sure to park farther away from
Zam, indeed, yes.
the entrance. Yes. That's like a really easy one to get your steps in. So I have an update on my ADHD. As you guys know, I feel like I have it. I am almost positive I have it. My psychiatrist thinks I have it. So she recommended me to get seen for that, and I was waiting for a phone call to be evaluated on the phone to even see if I should go to the further steps of being assessed, which are...
I think if a medical professional thinks that you might have a thing and you think that you might have a thing, then assessment's probably pretty high up there on the reasonable things to be doing.
They're two completely different things, and I officially had the phone call to be evaluated, and they said, yes, it does sound like you have it, so I'm on the schedule to be assessed, but... Right. it goes all the way up until like 5 months from now. I guess a lot of people think they have ADHD. I know it's very common, but I'm not going to be seen to even be assessed for like another 5 months. So,
all right, marking the calendars. What's that? June? No. That's 5. August. Okay, marking the calendars.
So
let me get out my journal.
that is crazy. I was not expecting that, but I know some of you have been asking about that, so I wanted to let you guys know.
Who has been asking? Okay, whatever.
Involving like my weight loss and like my way of eating and weight loss surgery and stuff, there's going to be a big change that's happening, and I'm sure there's going to be a big part of you who...
Wait, July? July. Oh, I am stupid.
Oh, I saw this coming. Typical Amberlynn. There's going to be another part of you guys who are like, oh, okay, I get this, I understand. But I feel like it's only going to be a tiny bit of you guys. Some of you are probably going to be shocked. Absolutely shocked. But I have to do what is right for me. So let me explain first. So I do officially have a dietitian. To get weight loss surgery, you have to see a dietitian and you have to get approved by the dietitian to get weight loss surgery. So
this makes sense to me, yes.
So one thing that is very important when you go to get weight loss surgery, because you are literally changing your anatomy. You are changing...
Kind of a major surgery and a big deal, yeah.
Like your hormones, the way your body works, your stomach. Like it is being taken out. I mean, obviously they leave some stomach, but a lot is happening. Changes your whole anatomy, and it's a big change. Physically, mentally, all of it. So you have to be honest. You have to be honest with everything. And seeing the dietitian and seeing the psychologist, I was very, very upfront and honest. I have been diagnosed with binge eating in the past, and I was scared. I was so scared.
Okay, I just need to say, it's at this point in the conversation that I get really confused, because we went from this being a diagnosed thing to what felt like only a couple of weeks ago to it not being a diagnosed thing, and Amby talking about how it's not a thing she relates to and what is BED versus addiction, and she feels like it's always been more addiction and she didn't want to admit to that because of her family stuff, and like that was a piece of content that we've consumed within the last month. So I'm a little lost and a little confused and a little Zach in this entire topic of conversation. I hope I'm not the only one, but okay.
To say that, and obviously, because
hey BB, good to see you.
If you were to binge after weight loss surgery, you could get really sick.
That has been a common talking point for, I think, a lot of Amby watchers, is the major concern that if Amby doesn't have that managed under control, a better relationship with food, I don't know what kind of way to say it, that, yeah, post-surgery, it isn't going to be a good look, good thing. It's not going to be easy. And I have said my piece on this multiple, so many times. Bunny, thank you so much for gifting 5 channel memberships. It's very generous of you. Welcome to Pulpster, Janelle, Devilwoman, Whiplash, Amy, and Kay. Welcome, everybody. Please make sure you thank the fabulous Bunny31. Lovely to see you, Bunny. I hope you're having a fabulous week. And lovely to see you all. Hi.
There has been people who have...
I think she thought her diagnosis was wrong, but she still felt the need to tell professionals because transparency and such. Oh, maybe that... yeah, see, it's confusing in the story because she was quite adamant about the diagnosis being incorrect what felt like a couple of weeks ago. So that's why I'm confused.
Died because of it. It's a very scary thing. So with the psychologist, he was able to see that I was past that stage of my life, and I was diagnosed with binge eating about a year ago. And
okay, that timeline doesn't make sense. Is she saying that she was still considered diagnosed with BED a year ago? Because I swear it has been many years since the conversation of BED has been involved with Amby. That's confusing. Do you see what I mean by confusing? Again, I don't care. This is someone else's reality. This is her life, her words, whatever. But when just from a point of storytelling and trying to keep track of like when things happen, this is very confusing.
Since then, I have seen a psychologist for a year. A lot has changed.
Maybe she just misspoke and she meant she was just seeing the psychologist for a year. Post. Right.
Since then, when it comes to like my mentality and what I consider a binge.
Sarah, and my head also hurts.
Binge and the whole thing. You guys have seen that firsthand. I showed you guys a binge, I think it was in December, and you guys were like, that's just a normal meal. So the way that I see binging is very different than the standard binging.
Okay, I'm gonna get really confused and my brain is going to hurt more.
And that's been hard for me to like wrap my head around. The psychologist said, you know, binging is eating 3 times what you normally would as a person, not what is a normal amount to eat as a person, but you, what is your normal? And I don't do that. That I don't do. I overeat, sure, but I never eat 3 times or 4 times the amount that I normally would eat.
I'm so confused. Thank you, Whiplash. It's because we're doing Ambi content. Gotta wear the ears. I'm just confused. The amount of conversations I have had personally and we have had collectively when it comes to the concept of what is a binge. Everybody's relationship with food looks different. The general consensus is that it is emotionally driven, it is subconscious, it is a thing where feelings are felt, the kitchen is there, the food goes in. That's it, end of. Again, not a professional, don't listen to me, talk to your own, but like, this is very strange.
This whole being diagnosed with binge eating has been very strange, and I think it's hard and confusing because...
Period. Yes. Hard and confusing. Yes.
Think of it this way. I am 500 pounds. I have been 572. I have been almost 600 pounds. You can't get that way unless you are eating large quantities of food.
Based on the laws of thermodynamics, correct? Again, this is why I brought up the topic of lipedema, completely exiting the conversation like last month or December, whenever it happened. Even maybe longer than that, November. Okay. I am trying to keep track. And chat, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. It's just this storytelling is not Ambi's strength and it's very hard to follow.
Is that just like massively overeating or is that binging? For the normal person,
Here's the thing, Ambi. Here's a fun exercise that someone might tell you to do one day. Why don't you look back at pieces of your old content or days that you specifically remember and calculate your caloric intake back then? Because based on the last piece of video that we just watched, counting calories is not a big deal. So how about we look at Ambi's like typical daily intake or typical weekly intake and you count the calories and you see whether or not the thermodynamics is the thing. Because I'm lost. I'm so lost.
Can't get that way unless you are eating large quantities of food. Is that just like massively overeating?
Yumino, thank you very much for the super chat. Yumino says, Lord Baroque says they like your ears. Oh, thanks, Baroque. Thank you. They're very fluffy. And thank you for liking them. And Yumino, thank you for the super chat. That's kind of you.
Eating? Or is that binging? For the normal person, it looks like binging. Like when I watch 600 Pound Life and they show what they're eating.
Okay, if we're going to compare our consumption of food to a dramatized, like, real-life peep into people's lives that is 600 pounds, that's probably not the comparison you want to be making. Not the comparison. I mean, I just don't think that comparison is necessarily going to be helpful because TLC is going to, like, just, you know, order all of the pizzas to get that, like, get the shot, you know? Anyway. Little Seal Girl, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it, mate. Little Seal says, BD is not this black and white. I've been diagnosed by different doctors and they don't phrase it like this. Psychiatry is constantly evolving. Thank you very much for the talking point and the super chat. And thank you for sharing, Little Seal. I really appreciate it. She brought up this in a recent bit of content as well about the you eat 3 times more. And it really like struck a nerve with me because everybody who I've had the conversation with specifically about BED or conversations about ED in general, such a like strict arbitrary number seemed really, 1, unhelpful, and 2, not applicable to a lot of people, and 3, not the experience a lot of people have been through. So that's why I'm kind of fixing my hair and kind of caught up on the number, you know? But thank you again for sharing, and thank you for your super chat. Lord Baroque, thank you for the super chat as well. Lord Baroque says, Yumino sent a super chat for me. It's not a jewel, you guys, but thank you for the super chat, Baroque. That's very kind.
I've never ate that much in one sitting. And they see Dr. Now. A lot of them, which are my favorite stories, they're successful and they lose the weight. And in like 2 months, 3 months, they get the surgery. I've never in my life ate that much in one sitting.
But again, it's a produced TV show, Ambi. There's so many other moving parts that don't apply to a lot of folks' real life, I suppose. And 2 or 3 months seems like a short amount of time, but I don't know about the Dr. No.
That's why I feel like the show exaggerates. But if they're not exaggerating, fine. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody. It's just confusing, and I find this part of my journey
Yeah, it's not a competition, exactly. Hanny, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, mate. Lovely to see you, and I hope you're doing well. Hanny says, as someone living far away from the US, Ambi's explanation of her myriad of diagnosis and treatments makes me think ED care in the US isn't competent, but I know better than to trust her. I mean, I wouldn't... Thank you for the super chat, and thank you for the talking point, Hanny. I definitely wouldn't... I don't think, like, treatment of something like this is not easy on anyone in particular, and I don't know, like... Everybody's got different healthcare stories, you know. You can have great care and you can have suboptimal care. At the end of the day, our like window into Ambi's life is very, very strict and very produced, and only what Ambi chooses to share with us. I definitely wouldn't say looking at Ambi's 9-10 years worth of content to take a lot of the health conversation with much more. You need a lot of salt, you know. Ambi definitely is a hard one to track when it comes to the talk of health stuff. Only because, again, and I'm very cynical about it because I've watched Ambi for years and being told things don't work, this won't work for me, this won't work for me, nothing works. And then on a dime, something just works, you know? So, yeah. It's a lot.
Fair. Let me explain why. I have not what I consider binged. I have not since somewhere in December. This whole
and this, like, that's one key problem. Not key problem. Who am I? Shut up, Zach. But that's one of the major problems in the telling of this story, right? Is that based on the phrase binge, Ambi sits here and says, it's not what I think a binge is. I think a binge is this, but I'm being told something different. It's like, okay, well, I mean, there's healthcare professionals, there's a general understanding of the word, and then there's you, and there'll be some kind of mix of all of those things that may or may not work. But being a food-related thing, and specifically a relationship with food, it is going to look very dependent on you as an individual. I think it's hard, though, if Ambi's saying, my last binge was December, if her understanding of what that word means and a professional's understanding of what the word means don't match up. Do you know what I mean? She's kind of having to self-moderate and self-monitor a lot of her urges, her relationship with food, blah, blah, blah. A professional's understanding of what that word means might be different if Ambi sits here and says it's different to what the professional means. It's confusing. LaFlay, thanks so much for the super chat, mate. That's very kind of you. LaFlay says, thank you for providing a safe space to absorb this content without body shaming and such. Oh, my pleasure, mate. Low-key want to draw anime Zach now. I mean, feel free. I know there's a few artists in the chat. I don't know if Lucas is still here, but Lucas did a fabulous piece. If you scroll through my community tab, you'll see some really fun fan art if you need any inspiration. But that's very kind. And thank you for the super chat, and thank you for being lovely. And I appreciate it. And welcome. Thank you for being so nice. And chat, thank you for being respectful, responsible, and shenanigans-filled individuals. You know how we do here. Thank you for being wonderful. And thank you for this corner of the internet. I appreciate you all. Lucy says, exactly, binging on is in a clinical sense as a singular definition. You don't get to decide what your clinical symptoms are and aren't. They just are. Right. You can't just say, like, my understanding of this word means this thing to a clinician who's going to turn around and be like, okay. Like, they're not going to be on the same wavelength as you are, I guess, when it comes to something like that.
January, February, we're fixing to be in March. I have not ate in a binging manner. I have been doing really good. I have been losing weight, and
not only Hermit, lovely to see you.
Have I been working on that aspect, but I've been working on like my mental more, and just I've been actively choosing these coping mechanisms that my psychologist...
Oh, that's all right, little Seal. Yeah, we just try to keep it as, you know, adult and light and entertaining, but also like open for discussion.
Taught me all of last year. And I had my dietitian appointment, and she told me, this is going to be hard to hear, but if you are trying to get weight loss surgery, this is within their program. Every program is different. If you are trying to get weight loss surgery with this program, you have to go a full year, 365 days without one binge.
That tracks. I mean, that makes sense. I'm no one. I haven't been through weight loss surgery and I don't know a lot about it, but that kind of makes sense that you would need to, considering the nature of the surgery and the aftercare and the aftermath and all of those things, it would make sense that surgeons, clinics, medical practitioners might say you need to be able to prove that like you have your relationship with food under control to a degree, I suppose. I understand there are also conversations out there about, you know, life-saving examples of people needing weight loss surgery. She's going to a private clinic, she's paying out of pocket, she's doing all of these things. I think it's entirely reasonable, and that even might be an insurance conversation or a liability conversation or something where they say, no, you have to sign off and say, you've got things under control, you haven't slipped up, you've done the damn thing, ZAM, sign on the bottom line, and then we'll go through the surgery, and then, I don't know, that kind of sounds reasonable.
And that, it like broke me. This is the second time I've seen this dietitian. I guess
I'm kind of confused as to why the dietitian is the one having this conversation about it and not the psychologist, but I mean, I'll leave that one alone.
From this point forward, I'm going to see the dietitian once a month.
Okay.
And my next appointment's already scheduled, so I've already seen her twice. She said the improvements I'm making is amazing, and she's proud, and I'm going in the right direction, etc., etc. But she said I cannot get weight loss surgery for a year.
That makes sense to me.
She cannot approve me for a year. And I immediately broke down. And I have been so confused where I'm just like, do I want to share this with YouTube? Do I want to share with them the horribly emotionally just painful side to this? Do I want to put a mask on? Do I just want to seem nonchalant? Do I want to go into detail?
Sorry, Amber, got distracted for a moment there. What was that?
Just painful side to this. Do I want to put a mask on? Do I just want to seem nonchalant? Do I want to go into detail? I have just been...
Oh, she's talking about her story. Okay, cool. Personally, I would love to hear every little detail about everything. But I'm also nosy, so I understand, like, wanting to keep some things offline. I do think there's like a good fine line where you can be open with your audience about your experience and what you're going through and this, that, the other. I think Amby could find it. I have wanted this for so long.
And that is why it has taken me a little bit of time to share this, because that tore me. Like it tore me. I don't know what it was, but I immediately had a breakdown in front of the dietitian. I couldn't control it. It was like my insides exploded and I cried. And
like, it is sad, I understand. Especially, I think that's the unfortunate thing with, at times, like, hoping so badly something will happen and then going on that path and you hit a bump or you can't do it. Like, I very much understand that. I think that it shows a great sense of maturity, to be able to be faced with, no, you can't have that right now, you'll have to wait. I think it takes a good, like, grounded person and a sense of maturity not to be like, instant gratification, right now, I want it right now. When you're talking about something like major surgery, like, it is, I think, a very mature approach to understand that there will be wait times, there will be hurdles, there will be hoops you have to jump through, and it's all worth it, obviously. This isn't like, you know, buying something at the checkout, but I think it takes a mature person to understand that instant gratification, specifically in a conversation this heavy and this big, is just not, like, it's not reasonable. It's not going to happen. It's just not. Like, this. Unfortunately, it's just not the way the universe will work. Meatsters, lovely to see you, mate. Thank you so much for the super chat. Meatster says, I had to quit smoking over a pack a day in order to have a gastric bypass. Oh, interesting. A year goes so fast. She can do it if she sticks it out. 100%. And she's already said she's done it for the last 2 months, like January, February. And understandably, you know, she's saying she had a binge in December. I'm not sure when she had one before then either. So there's probably a good amount of time. But she's saying she's done a lot of work and done the damn thing over the last year. So it sucks to hear, but it's not the end of the world. A year is a year, and everybody can do a year. Just think about you guys. Where were you a year ago? You know?
It just felt like another obstacle. Another thing to just get in the way, because I have been doing everything. to get this surgery.
Oh yeah, 100%, Elle. I'm definitely not trying to take her feelings away from the situation, but I think for me it's a silver lining kind of moment.
I have gotten people messaging me saying, how are you getting through this process so quickly? I've been doing this for months and I'm not even as far along as you. I have been just like, I wanted the surgery before summer. I did. Since I'm self-pay, that would have been manageable. But since I have been diagnosed with an eating disorder, it's not manageable and it's not possible. And it hurts. And it instantly put me in this...
LaFlay says, screams in weight loss surgery is a lifestyle change, not a life hack.
It's like weird headspace where I was just like, this isn't fair. I instantly thought
Life's Not Fair, iconic Naomi Smalls.
of 600 Pound Life, where
I think, I don't know whether or not continuing to watch My 600 Pound Life is it or healthy. Who am I? Don't listen to me. But I probably, if I had just been told, you've got to wait 10 months until you can do the thing that you want, would I then want to be consuming media, watching people doing the thing that I want? Probably not. I would advise against it, but whatever.
These people, this isn't me saying anything bad about anybody. And I have seriously sat here and I was like, should I even share my true feelings?
I think you should.
This is just like what I'm going through. I've sat here and I've been like, they're worse off. They eat way more than I do in one sitting. Why are they able to get the surgery?
Okay. It is a life's not fair situation. I would not be wanting to put myself into that situation. I feel like it would be bad for my mentals being exposed to that. And my recommendation would be to not watch that television show. It's a breeding ground for jealousy and envy and all of those things. And those aren't good feelings. But okie dokie.
Why do we have to wait a year?
Also, it's a show. Exactly.
It sucks. I think it's triggering and it brings up like past trauma for me where it just seems like no matter what I do, no matter what I try, there's always an obstacle and a roadblock. And last time this happened was when the psychologist said, you can't get surgery for like 2 years. And
was that 2021?
I was like, you know, and I didn't care as much then, not even remotely close to how much I care now. And I gave up. And it just, a lot of memories flooded and just failure. You're such a failure. Just that kept popping into my head. And
I do hope, because all through this, I'm screaming therapy in my brain. I do hope she's got someone, and I know she's got her support network. She's got Feline and she's got her mum. I do hope she's leaning on those people to have these hard conversations because it's helpful to get the words out. I don't know whether or not it's helpful for YouTube to be on the responding end of it. It's a lot.
Knowing that no matter how much work I do now, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter.
Well, it is. Okay. Amby and I have very different perspectives when it comes to things. You can call it toxic, but I don't necessarily view it that way. I do try to err on the positive side of things, for sure. I understand there's realism, and then there's toxic positivity, and I just like to be bright sunshine, you know, kittens, rainbows, and silver linings. That's just where I like to sit. Amby has a whole year. And the road will be bumpy, and it will be easier to, you know, maintain as smaller goals. But it's still a viable option. It just takes time and, you know, patience.
All the tests I did, it doesn't matter. And it just, I don't know, it's just like disheartening and it hurts.
You think this conversation's fresh, Elle? Maybe it literally happened this day.
And I feel myself wanting to slip into bad routine. I feel like I don't know what to do with myself. What do I do for this year?
I guess that's also kind of why you need to look. As someone, I will only talk about it in the one addiction that I have tackled and faced and managed, and that was to nicotine. Busy hands, busy mind. You gotta have things to do, right? When I'm bored, I eat a lot. When I'm active and I'm occupied and I have things to do and I'm thinking and I'm doing things and I'm working on projects and having conversations with you guys and I'm watching my stories and I'm playing video games and I have things to do, I'm less likely to be bored and default to food. And that's my situation type of deal. And this is why you do need more than just one thing in your life. Because if you only have the one thing that you're looking forward to, the one project, the one thing you're working on, then yeah, if that does hit a road bump, if it does get taken away, if something does happen, what are you kind of left with to occupy your time? 100% L. I honestly think Abby should keep taking this gurney, right? Keep counting the calories, talk to us about new foods, talk to us about new recipes, you know, invest in your relationship with Feline a little bit more, find a hobby, literally anything. Crochet. Big fan. Just find something to fill your life with that isn't the one thing. That in short, you can't control. Abby can't control when her weight loss surgery is going to happen, or if it's going to happen. So invest in your life. Invest in doing other things.
I just feel like everything was just kind of ripped away from me. And if that's because I got
Oh, Tanya, hobbies, mate. That's what I would recommend. Keep your hands and your brain busy.
my hopes up, fine. But that's the only reason why I got my hopes up is because I was doing so well. I was doing so good. I was making the appointments. I was getting the test done.
I said that she needs to design and make earrings. That's what I think.
I was putting
That would be a great hobby.
the work in. I was exercising. I was losing weight. I was eating the right foods. I was doing the stupid little rules like take small sips, stop using straws. Like,
and this is again where it comes into perspective. And again, it's hard. I'm not having this conversation with Amby because I understand she's frustrated and sad. And me being like sunshining me is not helpful in this situation. But it might be helpful for someone to hear it. All this work and all this progress hasn't been taken away. You're still taking steps towards your goal. It sucks that the goalposts have moved back and, you know, they're a little delayed. But think about how much easier it'll be now that you have the opportunity to take another 10 months to work on it. 10 months more of practicing sips, of not using straws, of cooking food that's interesting. Hell, if Amby went out and created a cooking channel or like cooking content on her channel, I'd be here for it, 100% down. But I'd be interested if she tried new things and didn't just make, you know, the same thing all of the time. Get creative. Have fun with the things that you're doing. Because the other entire talking point for Amby is that, like, she has all of this opportunity to do all of these things, but doesn't either feel the motivation or the need or the drive to. Now, you've got a timeline. You've got a year. Imagine sitting back a year from now, Amby, and watching all of your content in the lead up to it, and how fulfilling and how wonderful that could be.
I was doing it all, and it left me feeling so proud. Like, this is just in arm's reach, and now I just feel like it's so far away.
Do Lego and diamond paintings count? I mean, they do. I would like to think that she could invest in a hobby where she could be a bit more creative and like create things from nothing, which is not to say that diamond paintings and Lego aren't creative, but like something like crochet or sewing or cooking or recipe making or things that she is interested in. So like Torrid, but actually making that stuff, because for me at least, I found it so much more fulfilling and so much more worthwhile to be like doing stuff.
I've had to talk to the dietitian. Stuff. I've had to talk to Feline. I've had to talk to
that's good.
People in my life who are close to me, and I've had to talk to myself and really absorb, like, what do I do now? Because I think what made it so easy for me to stay on track and to eat how I was eating, because I felt like surgery was right around the corner. That's what I believed in my heart. That's what I felt.
Again, it's all about perspective. Amby, think of where you were a year ago versus now. A year will literally go by in the blink of an eye.
And since it's not, like, I just feel like everything came...
Or she could learn how to edit. That's true.
Down. And I don't know how else to explain it besides, like...
She could write book reviews. She could write her own book. She could take all of her journals and turn it into, like, an Amazon book or something.
Like, my mindset has changed. That's the best way to put it. I still want weight loss surgery.
Great.
Absolutely. and I would love to have it in a year from now. I just feel like it's something else I failed at because I promised myself I would get it before the summer or even in the summer. I promised
I guess that's kind of the disappointment that ultimately everybody will face if you promise yourself something outside of your control. You can't rely on other things. You can only rely on yourself. Again, positive attitude. I know it must, like, irritate the hell out of people.
Myself that. And I feel like I promised you guys that as well. That's clearly not happening.
I just think for me, I spent a lot of my life being very angry and very sad and very, very jealous and very, like, very negative. That when I saw the opportunity to be positive, hell, take that option.
And now there's just like such a big gap of time for me to just fail. There's
such a big gap of time for you to do the thing and succeed, and it will be great.
Many days to fail. So many hours, so many minutes, so many seconds.
It is hard to hear.
And that scares me. So I've had to really absorb the situation.
But again, if you think about it, she's already done it for 2 months. That's a sixth of the way there.
I know. A lot of you are going to be like, she didn't even want the surgery. And, you know, it's so crazy because I wanted the surgery so bad that that's all my channel has been.
Yeah, and it sounds like that's all you've been interested in the last however many months. And that kind of doesn't, like, scream like it's working out.
That's all my life has been, even off of YouTube.
Yeah.
And still there are freaking haters out there who think I still don't want the surgery. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing.
Okay, way to bring your haters into this, but okay.
When I tell you I broke down, after that appointment, I had a fucking anxiety attack. Like a full-fledged anxiety attack.
That sucks.
I don't know. I get it. Someone with a binge eating disorder can really hurt themselves after surgery. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. Why are you mad at us? What did we do? We didn't do anything.
But I don't have issues binging anymore. And I've never had those types of issues, like eating 3 times the amount you normally would. I've never had that. And it just, like, I don't know. It just sucks. I just feel kind of defeated. And I think
it does suck, but also I would be very grateful that you were honest with... Again, this is weird why the conversation happened with the dietitian and not the psychologist, but maybe I'm focusing on the wrong thing. It's good that you were honest with your healthcare professionals, because imagine if you'd said, nope, everything is hunky-dory here, let me sign that waiver, everything's fine, and then something terrible did happen. Like,
I need to switch things up, switch my brain up a little bit. We are not going to be gaining weight. We're going to keep losing because that is the plan here. So I don't want to explain what I'm going to be doing. You guys will definitely see it in the next video. A lot of people are going to be mad at me.
Why? What's coming next video? Well, now I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. What's happening in the next video?
A lot of people are mad at me regardless.
I'm not mad. Living in a different reality. It sucks for you. I'm kind of sad for you, but also, like, you know, life's worth living.
So that's just something I'm going to have to embrace and stay away from the comments. Maybe stay away from online besides uploading, because this is also something else I want to talk about. So I have not had an upload schedule. I have, like, barely been uploading. It's bad. I know.
I mean, I don't mind. I thought you were just kind of taking a break from things, but I do generally enjoy, like, every other day Ambi, because it's a palate cleanser from Foodie, I gotta tell you.
But I'm starting to feel better. It's just, I feel like when it rains, it pours. Like, that's how this last month has felt for me. Maybe even 2 months. I just feel like
the video from 4 days ago was fine.
Like I was focusing so hard on something, and now it's just like, whoop. So it's just, I don't know. It's a lot. You know,
just because this has happened, you can still focus on, like, counting your calories, getting your steps in, cooking with protein, taking Twinkie for a walk, investing in yourself. I don't know, go to school, learn something. Take a year. Go and invest in learning to do something for a year. You've got the time. Now you've got the time. I mean, you had the time before, but you've got even more reason to have time now.
But I am going to go back to uploading every other day.
Great.
And it's just going to be vlogs. Just vloggity vlogs. I feel happiest.
I kind of feel like that's how Ambi's content needs to go. Because in all honesty, she chops and changes like every other week, depending on like what format she's going to do. Just do vlogs. Just do a day in the life. You can throw a bloody cook with me in there. You can throw a grocery haul in. You can throw a weigh-in with me. You know, whatever. It's fine. It's great. Easy. No pressure. Who needs a schedule? Queenie, thank you for being here for 18 months, my friend. I appreciate you. Queenie says, hi all, loving the ears. Thank you so much, Queenie. Lovely to see you. I hope you're having a good week. Thank you, thank you.
Doing that. So that's what's going to be happening. So I'm not sure when that's going to start. It's probably going to be like a few days from now.
Probably maybe over the weekend or maybe a new week.
But then when you guys see my next Amberlynn, learn how to speak before you film. When you guys see my next video after this one, then that means, okay, every other day you're going to be getting content from me. So yeah.
Okay, great. I look forward to it.
Today.
Oh, she could learn an instrument.
That's when I'm going to start vlogging. And we're just going to go on a vloggity vlog journey.
Vloggity vlog.
And I'm actually surprised I didn't cry in this video because I've been doing nothing but crying. I feel like I'm mourning something. I don't know what I'm mourning, but I feel like I'm mourning something. Okay, and it's a horrible feeling. I feel like there's a lot of people who are like, it's just a year. It's
me, literally me.
It's fine. It's
Call me out.
Fine.
What do you mean it's not fine? It is fine. Also, if you don't like the fact that this clinic is telling you that you need to wait a year, go to a different clinic, gal. Like, you've invested all of this time and assumedly money in this. You can wait. It's okay. Anyway, back to being called out.
I feel like there's a lot of people who are like, it's just...
I could teach her the recorder.
Just a year. It's
right
fine.
back.
It's not fine.
I think it's fine. It's okay. It sucks, but it's fine.
Because
it's not right, but it's okay, you know?
It gives me so much room to make a mistake. And...
better make the mistake now than make the mistake post-surgery.
I'm honest with health professionals. As much as people think that I'm not, I am. I am very honest. And
I'm not even going to talk about the fact that the binge monster all of a sudden disappeared when Amby started talking about this weight loss surgery. We all know, we've all been there and we've been gaslit by Amby. Amby, no. Like, whatever. I'm still shocked that she stopped seeing the psychologist, therapist, one of them, last year. She just kind of let that all go and then walked straight into the clinic conversation. But, I mean, whatever.
They're going to hear the true nitty gritty. If I feel that I've binged, or like...
these air quotes.
My version of binging.
Again, you need to get on the same page with your healthcare professionals as to what qualifies as a binge. If the qualification for weight loss surgery is no binging for 12 months, you need to understand what that phrase means and what that looks like for them, so that for you, you can partake in all of the truth and honesty and all get on the same page here, because it sounds like there's some miscommunication.
I'm going to let them know. And that's going to restart the whole 100. The whole 100? What am I talking about? The whole year over. And that's scary because I'm Amberlynn. I make mistakes. I mess up. I'm not perfect.
Yeah, we all do.
And I don't know. It's just a lot. It's a lot. I'm actually looking into getting a therapist. My dietitian.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked that there hasn't been a therapist for however long. Shocked.
And actually gave me some therapists that she recommends. So
that's good. That's great. I am shocked that the clinic didn't point you in the direction of a therapist when you first signed on. Shocked, but great. Good. Great, gal. That's great. Good news.
I'm very happy about that. And I need to talk to someone that's clear as ever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna start the whole therapy journey over.
There will be, look, I don't mean to say it like that, but there will be nothing but positives. There will only be net positives when it comes to talking to someone professionally about all of this, and not just like into the internet void. You know, you can do both, sure, but like you're not gonna. I don't think Amby's gonna be able to figure anything out just by talking her words out on camera. You know,
and that's fine.
Who's she been talking to about BED then? Oh God, who knows, Elle? Like, who knows? That's the thing that confused me a month ago when, like, when she was saying that she feels like she was misdiagnosed and maybe it was just addiction and, like, I don't know. There's a lot of self-talk in there, not professional talk. But I don't know. This is why it's so confusing.
It is what it is. I'm still going to be working on myself, even if I'm choosing to do something different currently.
Well, she had a therapist, and then the therapist went... was it a therapist? I think... Therapist went on maternity leave, replaced with a guy. She did one session with him and then stopped. And then I don't think she's actually been speaking to anyone professionally outside of... Like, she had a healthcare team back in the dangling ankle era. But since the weight loss surgery conversation has started, it sounds like she's dealing with all of her professionals in that clinic. It's... I don't know, man. It's bonkers.
I'm still going to be working on myself to one day get weight loss surgery. And... it's just crazy that this is how.
I hope she stays on this like, plan, though. Because I don't mind a year of pre-weight loss surgery Ambi. It's going to be great.
Things went down. Jeez. Anyways.
Don't talk about her ankle. Okay. Lottie has a note. She was referred to a psychiatrist as part of the weight loss surgery program for consultation. Her previous therapist went on leave. Yep, she didn't gel with the guy. Yep, and also ditched them. Yes. Oh, because they were healthy at every size. Oh, that's right, she did. Yes.
I'm just rambling at this point. So I'm going to go, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be a vlog. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye, Ambi. I can't wait. All right. Done. Chat, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you had a good time. I hope you have a fabulous Tuesday morning and or night and or day, depending on where you are. If you could leave a like on the way out. I realize I've gone for an hour and a half and have forgotten to mention that. So that'd be lovely. Please like if you did like. Thank you for being respectful, responsible, and shenanigans-filled individuals. As always, thank you for having good chat. I appreciate good chat. For those of you on the rewatch, I appreciate your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. I'm off. I'm also Zach, and I will see you all in the next video and or live stream.